In this video, we'll be diving into an actual cold email conversation that led to a $6,500 B2B client. If you're interested in learning how to book more meetings and close more deals with cold email for your agency, then you're in the right place. So we'll be taking a look at how a meeting booking conversation unfolded, how we overcame objections, how we talked to them and how we got them on a call, and that prospect ultimately became a client. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. $6,500 B2B client. Just to start it off, for some context, in the beginning, you'll see that they were kind of on the fence. They were not 100% interested. They were not ready right away to jump on the call. So we had to put on some thought into the responses. Then, throughout the conversation, you also see that we'll take a look at the website, call out their target audience, really craft this personalized message so they know that you know what you're talking about, that you're taking some time, that you're professional. And obviously then also we bring up our own case studies. We mentioned their case studies, we bring up our own case studies. And, when they ask for more detail, we're not going to explain our process in detail. We're still going to leave some gaps because we still want there to be an incentive for them to get on a call. Over written communication, you can only sell so much, like the real selling happens on the call, but you can still, explain your process with the details. And I'll also tell you what could have been improved, but let's move on here and I'll just walk you through the conversation. I put this into the Google Doc just so we can walk through it and I can blur out some of the sensitive information. But yeah, here we start with step 2. So that's the follow-up that pulled in the positive reply. So we used instantly. We sent step 1. They didn't respond to our first cold email, and that was the follow-up 2 days later. So 2 days later, we said, hey, and that was their name. Just following up here, as one of our other marketing agency clients is about to close $52K in client contracts as a result of our leads these past few weeks. We'd love to do similar for you. So that was the entire follow-up. And this is exactly what got them to respond. As you can see, like a good way to do the follow-up is not just saying, hey, bumping this up, hey, hoping this didn't get buried. This is kind of a weak follow-up, but if you put in like a strong promise, a strong proof in there, they're much more likely to respond. So there, if you can say something about other clients you're currently getting results for, and we were getting results for this marketing agency that we're about to close like 52K in client contracts, we're bringing that up in our cold email follow-ups as well. So, and then just very simple call to action. Hey, we'd love to do similar for you, right? Kind of casual and just throwing that out there. So this is what got the positive reply. They said, hey, Nils, I meant to follow up on your first email. I'm introing you to the CEO here who typically handles these types of engagement. Okay, so now we have our foot in the door. Now the sales process kind of starts. So they're making the intro, saying, they're saying this, so putting them into a CC, and then we're not waiting for this person that was CC'd, the CEO, to say something. We're jumping right in and we're putting in the effort. So we say, hey, thanks, that's us, that's now back, that was me. Thanks for making the intro. And what I did there, instead of just saying, hey, let's jump on a call right away, I put in some effort here. So I was taking another look at their website and I saw they had like some impressive case studies. They worked with some prestigious firms, some really cool startups, and then I mentioned, so these 3 blurred out things there is where I mentioned some cool companies that they worked with and say, hey, you guys have a super impressive client roster, which was true, which is also like a good way to bring it up again. You give them a compliment, that they know now that you're paying attention to the details, and then, transitioning into, hey, let's get you a couple more of these. And then, again, I go into, I want to get them on a call. I said, hey, would you be open to get on a quick call to see if we could help you get more B2B SaaS companies interested in your services? So actually, I blurred this out, but I can say it here. This was like an SEO service. I brought this up again, like very personalized, right? I took some time to craft a response. I know this could be a potential client. We put in all this work to get the leads, to set up the outreach campaigns now, but that's only half of the work. The other half of the work is really working on the positive replies to really get them on a call, to push them through that sales process. Then I said, if yes, feel free to schedule something into the calendar, no pressure, no obligation, just seeing if it could help, and putting that here. So here I did a little bit of a mistake. In a way, I was a bit lazy there. I just gave them the calendar link, something I could have done better. In this process, just say, hey, here are 2 free times that will work for me, like bringing that up manually. So saying, hey, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern or 4 p.m. Eastern, or how about Friday at 11 a.m. Or if none of these above times work, here's my Calendly. Just pick a time that suits you best. Right, doing it like that. I've noticed if you just send people the calendar link, sometimes you kind of lose touch, or like you lose them, and they say, oh yeah, whatever, I don't want to book something into the calendar. But if they see that you're taking the time to suggest some manual times, it's more interactive and it can be stickier in a way, more likely for them to reply and tell a time. Okay, great. Yeah, and then at that time we switched over. I handed this over to our commission only closer, Alex. Alex jumps in, continues the convo from here, and then says, and then the prospect replies, hey Alex, thanks for the kind words. In full transparency, we're happy with our lead gen efforts at the moment. I'm not sure this is something I want to invest more in at the moment, but perhaps in the future. For some additional context here, this is when we were running our lead gen agency before Instantly. We had 25 clients, and so this was when we were doing lead gen for our own lead gen agency. We were getting client for our lead gen agency, just so you know what's going on here. So we're reaching out to this SEO agency and pitching them the lead gen. Okay, so moving on. That's what the prospect said, right? Just say, hey, we're already happy with our lead gen efforts. They're kind of on the fence, you can see, right? Maybe some people would give up and say, okay, they would just say, okay, if maybe if that changes in the future, let's circle back in 2 months. But don't push it into the future. You have to try to get them on a call now. But they're right again. They're on the fence, and then they say, that said, would you be able to break everything down in a quick email back to me? What do you do? How do you do it? How much does it cost? So right, we can still see this is a new opportunity. They're in the market for it. Maybe they already have a solution, but we're onto something here. Okay, then moving on. Then our reply is, hey, so we help agencies scale by bringing them more sales opportunities with cold email. Couple of examples, right? Always brag about your results. Don't be shy about that, especially if you got some cool results. Even if the results are not super impressive and it's just like regular results, still bring them up. It shows that this is not your first time doing it, and that you actually have been around in this game for a while, that they're not going to work with an amateur, but they're going to work with a professional that was able to generate results for other people already, right? It makes it a much safer bet for them to sign up for your service. And again, don't be shy about bringing up these case studies. We bring up a couple case studies here, put them in a little bit different format. How we say, hey, they closed 24K. Here we say she closed 4 clients. That client is getting 50, 60K a month, right? So we're saying that. And then we're taking the time here to craft a response. We're putting effort into this. As you can see, we explain how the process works, how the thesis works. We define your ideal target market. Pricing is custom tailored, setup fee. Obviously, right, if you're not a lead gen agency, you're saying something different here. If you're a branding agency, SEO agency, if you're a sales agency, whatever your type of B2B business, here you're crafting it for your particular business. As you can see, it's right, case studies first, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 sentences with the call to action. And then we could say, hey, we'd love to just chat and give you a quick rundown of the process if you have 15 to 20 minutes. It's kind of a good call to action that you can say. It sounds less intimidating than saying, hey, let's get on a 1 hour call strategy session. It's just, hey, a quick rundown of the process if you have 15, 20 minutes, right? You can book them in for 15, 20 minutes. Probably the call is going to be a bit longer, but right, again, you already have your foot in the door, and you can kind of work on that sales process. And then this is also a little nice touch. You don't have to say this, but it's a little bit less assumptive, a little bit less salesy, non-threatening in a way. I promise I won't waste your time. Obviously, depending on the situation, you can say this or not, but this puts a nice touch on it as well. And then here, giving the calendar out. So right, we gave the call to action to get on a call, but they're still not ready, which is fine, right? We know we're onto something here, so let's make sure we don't lose this opportunity. They respond, hey, thank you for breaking everything down for me. I appreciate that. They ask more questions, right? We know now, okay, these are buyer questions. If they ask about setup fee, if they ask about the pricing, this is a good sign. So one more reason to even, continue here and go ahead. Then, also when you get somebody kind of that's on the fence, they're interested in your service, make sure you also reply as quickly as possible to them with a good answer. Then we provide them some more details, right? This is for whatever our offer was with the lead gen agency. But obviously here you can think again, how can you precisely and succinctly answer these questions, right? If they have pricing, don't go into like this long paragraphs explaining pricing. Just explain in 1 or 2 sentences what it is about, how much it costs, in a very simple way. So here we explain them how it works, and then also again, right, we answer the question, and then again we ask to get on a call with them. So we say, hey, like a quick 20 minutes chat so I can cover the details and fill in some of the gaps. And this is like a good call to action, right? We provide them information over email, but we still want there to be an incentive for them to get on a call with us, right? We say, hey, fill in some of the gaps, like very non-threatening, like, hey, like even if a CEO is super busy, but they see here potential, like a quick 20 minutes, just so somebody can cover the details and fill in some of the gaps, sounds like a small ask. And it's easier for them to say yes, to get on a call. Then also this is pretty smooth here. What Alex said, don't want to be too persistent here, but super confident we can help you scale, right? We persisted with asking for a call, and then we have this soft landing at the end. Hey, look, just talking like a regular human, right? We don't want to be too pushy, too salesy, but we just want to get them on the call. We have the soft landing. Don't want to be too persistent here, but super confident we can help you scale. It's a good last sentence. And then, as you can see, prospect replied, they booked it in and say, hey, like they booked it in and awesome, looking forward to talking next Tuesday. So you can see, right, if you have a sales opportunity, positive reply that comes in, sometimes it takes back and forth, right? Don't give up right away. It rarely happens that they just say, oh yeah, I want to go on a call with you right away and I want to sign up right away, right? This is rarely going to happen. From time to time, there are these layups, but the majority of the time, you need to put in the effort and the brain power to get them on that call, and then obviously after that, close. So they sign up over the Calendly here, sign up for Tuesday for the meeting, and then, just very simple reply. Great, looking forward to chatting as well. Best. And that's it. So hopefully that helps. You can see kind of what the process looks like in practice, right? It's not just responding to them with a Calendly link. It's more goes into that, but here it gives you a little bit of the structure, the scaffolding, the context of what that looks like to get those clients for your agency. All right, that's it. This should give you a good idea on how to handle positive replies coming from your outreach and how to get them on a call. As you can see, it does take effort and brain power, but nobody said scaling a successful agency would be easy. And if you want to learn more about how Instantly AI can help you scale your agency with cold email, check out the link in the description for a free trial. And thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.